Textease Studio CT Stop Frame Animation, combining paint with movies. As you can see, I've drawn a big face here using the paint application, and I'm going to add a really big smile. Now that I've added my smile, what I'm going to do is click here and send it straight to the Movies application. I have to save it first, so I'll call it F1 and save it to my desktop. The software has now opened the Movies application, and my drawing is in there as my first frame. I'll drop it onto my timeline, then minimize the Movies application and go back to Paint. Now back in Paint, I'm going to undo the smiling mouth that I drew and make it into a scary mouth, and then send it to the Movies again. I'll call it F2. Okay, so I'm back in the Movies application again, and there is my new picture that I've just drawn. I'll drag that one also into my timeline. So now that I've got 2 frames on my stop frame animation. I'll now go back to Textease Paint again for the last time, undo that mouth, and this time add a really sad mouth. And I'll save it in the same way and send it to Textease Movies. Now that we're back in Textease Movies, I have my last frame to add. You can see now that what I've got is 3 frames for my stop frame animation. Let's have a look and see how that will play. Now, that's all a bit slow. It's not much of an animation if each frame runs for 5 or 6 seconds. So what we need to do is something about that. What I could do is copy the frames so that I can use them lots and lots of times. So I'm going to copy and paste them a few times and see how that will work. Now if I ran this movie now, I'd see that it would last about 1 minute 30 seconds, which is way too long for what I need. So what I'm going to do is squeeze them down a little bit to make it a lot shorter. I'll select them all using Control, and then what I can do now is squeeze them in so that they only run for a short period of time. All of this editing does take a bit of fiddling, a bit of jiggling, but it's all a bit of fun. The intention is to get the frames down and squeeze them into less than a second so that my animation actually looks the way that I want it to work. You'll see we're starting to get somewhere. I'm selecting all the frames and copying them and pasting them several times, how it all looks. Oh, I think I've finally got it down to where I want it to be. So now what I'm going to do is play it and have a look and see how it works. And I'm going to run it on a full screen. So that was a really simple demonstration of stop frame animation using Paint and Movies. I guess that you can imagine the fun that the kids could have using this. I hope you all enjoy it.